Did you go to any party conferences?
Nah.
My friend, I went to them all this year. There's not really much point though, they're so similar. Like, the only difference is the cocktails. UKIP had their conference ages ago. They serve French connections. The Greens tried to serve mojitos, but they ran out of ice.
Global warming.
Nah, solar-powered ice machine wasn't really suited to Sheffield. So they just went with Cosmos in the end. The Socialist Workers' Party and BNP wanted to provide black and white Russians, respectively. Labour served Bloody Marys. They just wanted something red. And the Lib Dems wanted to serve kamikazes, but the Tories told them to go with B-52s instead. Of course, like every year, the Tories themselves have been serving old Etonians.
Yeah. What have they been serving them?
Well, Cameron loves his flaming sambucas. Mr Haig's been handing out Cuba Libres, and Mrs May's provided many a slippery nipple, and Lansley's been served flatliners.
What were you drinking?
Oh God, all of them. Party conferences are only fun if you're pissed the entire time.
What are you doing? Get back to work, get out of my chair. And as for you, don't you know it's time to blow me? It's the news. Salutations, salutations, thank you very much. And welcome to Blow Me, It's the News, a show which pits Cambridge's finest comedians against this week's news in the biggest battle of the wits since Paxman versus Gutenplan. I'm your host, Tim Axman, and joining me on my right is Team Clark with Temi and Pete, and joining my left is Team May, starring Bryony and John Wallace. This summer has heralded unrest in the Middle East, unrest in England, unrest in Africa, in fact, very little unrest for anyone else. In a development that left the entirety of the UK somewhat smug, the European economy is struggling somewhat, dragged under by the financial difficulties of the Greeks, the Irish and the Spanish, leaving the Germans to keep everyone else afloat and causing the rest of Europe to mumble apologies for decades of psychopathic warmongering jokes. As the new year begins, Cambridge finds itself stuffed with more fresh-faced young talent than a Hollywood producer's desk wall. Speaking of which, it also comes to my attention that due to the budget cuts, the BBC will be looking out for some fresh new talent itself. And well, as you can see, guys, all I can say is I'm all yours if you fancy it. Just say the words, blow me. We'll move on. We'll move on quickly to the question answer round. Let's see how well the team's been keeping up with all the things over the summer. Team Clark, can you tell me which change of face has been an unwelcome turn-up for the books?
Yes, this is the Facebook changes, which we all so desperately needed and required. Yes, it's weird because there's blue corners, aren't there now, sort of highlighting your top stories, you know, your top friends. It arbitrarily chooses your top friends, doesn't it? Because we can't choose that for ourselves.
They're definitely never my top friends. They're always the random people that I never want to speak to again.
Yes.
They always appear on like my
newsfeed. Certainly are when you see their top stories. But yes, no, there's been a lot of reaction against it though, which I have to say is people being hugely reactionary. It really isn't that much difference. I think people should get over it.
No, normally I'm quite chilled about that kind of thing. I'm always like, Mark Zuckerberg, it's fine, whatever, like, do what you want, I'm still going to stick with you. But I just hate the live news feed, because it literally is always the people that I just don't care about, like that random, like, unnecessary acquaintance I met in Cindy's one night, and like, they're liking the status of someone else I don't know.
I like the whole rhetoric of sort of top news, live news, top stories, all this stuff. It's like, you know, the BBC and ITV are all there sort of reporting on some randomer who's changed his Facebook profile.
Well, the thing about like top friends and stuff is you can do the thing where you choose your top friends. And I didn't, and like when I sort of did this, because I was like, okay, well, there are some people who I actually care about and I want to know what's going on. And then like one of my other friends, I updated my status and she was like, why did I get a notification about this? And I noticed I was getting ones about her. It's like, oh, because it automatically goes when you do a top friends list that you get notifications. It does mean that if someone, you know, you can feel incredibly smug if someone's saying like, oh, I got a notification about your status. It's like, oh, that means you put me as one of your top friends.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yes. What I hate is when like you get a notification about like somebody who's just been like, oh, this person is friends with somebody you don't know. Like, why would I? What?
Yes,
is that
me? Because it has appeared that Kim Jong-il's son has a Facebook account now, Yes.
Not Kim Jong-il.
Not Kim Jong-il, no, he's not quite up to date. He's on Twitter, but not quite got to Facebook. But Kim Jong-il's son has posted a status saying, "Ha, my dad just beat South Korea, ruffle."
Yeah, Kim Jong-il himself is still on Bebo. But yeah, correct. So once again, Facebook has enacted a series of changes, leaving its users baffled, confused, and feeling betrayed, slightly like Gordon Brown throughout his whole time in power. Here on Blow Me, It's the News, we're trying to get a little piece of the action ourselves, so we've taken some similar steps. Team May, can you tell me why the cam is about to get a lot more calm?
Oh, is this the thing about licensing punts? And there was a lot of mixed reaction to this because there was a horrible accident and like a toddler's finger got crushed, and then they were like,
ha 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 ha.
Keep it light, guys.
But then this was my first reaction to it, was like, they're gonna license punts, we can't take punts out, what about my college punts and everything. It's not, it's just for commercial companies, but everyone's just saying, these Cambridge traditions, you can't mess with them, even if a child has been seriously injured.
I have to say, when I heard that they were licensing punts, I severely misheard it. I'm just glad that Jim Nocty wasn't reading that particular story.
That is indeed correct. That is following an incident involving a child's fingers getting crushed. Camp conservators have put forward a plan to prevent unauthorised punts from operating on the river. A move not without some controversy, as over 3 billion people took a punt tour last year, or so said the tour guides.
3 billion?
3 billion, yeah.
That's half the world's population. That's not possible.
Did that just do this the joke then?
Oh, it's a comedy show. Oh, sorry.
Too good.
We're doomed.
Yeah, so finally, one more question on the national news. Which politicians got into a cat fight recently?
This is our namesakes for the teams, isn't it? Ken Clarke and Theresa May, the sort of Mitchell and Webb of the Tory conference.
Well, I know David Cameron and Nick Clegg got into a dog fight. That was over their pet dog that they... No, that was a joke as well.
God,
Sorry.
we're not going to win this, are we?
But this is the thing that Theresa May said. So it was going, immigrants, immigrants, immigrants. We all hate immigrants. Because she was like, because somebody was allowed to stay in the UK because they had a pet cat. And Ken Clarke said, this is a ridiculous example. It's laughable. This story is kind of true, though. That's the difficulty. It was used as evidence.
Yes.
Yeah, but that doesn't sway it. That wasn't the main
Yes.
factor of why they got to stay in the company.
Yeah.
The country.
Country.
Are we supposed to stand up for Theresa May? I thought we were attacking her.
Well, I hate
Which
both
team are you?
groups.
Sorry, which teams are we? Are we? Clarke. We're Clarke, right.
Clarke
Yeah,
May.
Theresa May was all
Yeah.
right.
Guys!
I was all prepared to launch into it, but...
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, yes. No. In that case, Kenneth Clarke was right. Whatever Theresa May ever says, it's a lie.
That is indeed the correct answer to both
Great.
of you there.
We're good.
You can't refute it. If I'm telling you it's true, it's true. Ken Clarke did indeed call Theresa May childish during discussions over the Human Rights Act. After David Cameron had a talk with him, Clarke apologised to May, although adding that she was a big poo-poo head. One awful party. Thank you, and at the end of that round, the points go to Team Clarke, who won themselves a small bag of needles.
Team Clarke.
Congratulations.
Right.
That is you, yeah.
Team Clarke. Brilliant.
Got it, yeah.
Sorted.